Now going to question 22. Here we have a parabola with a vertex, and we know the coordinates of the vertex 9 and 14. That means that we can use the vertex formula of the parabola that looks like this, where h and k are the x and y values of the vertex. Now, there's a little bit of minus sign confusion with this because you have a minus for h. So whatever point you see in here is the opposite for the x value, but it's not the opposite for the y value. So for instance, if you had, let's say you have 2x plus 5 squared plus 7, the vertex here would be -5, +7, because the number that you see here is the opposite of the x value of the vertex, but this number is the same as the y value of the vertex. So just something to keep your eye out on. So here, we know the vertex is 9 and -14. So if we use that same formula, then we'll put 9 in for h and -14 in for k. So a x minus 9 squared minus 14. And now we can just start expanding this out. So x minus 9 all squared. Squaring it really means you're writing it twice and foiling it out for a binomial. So this is x minus 9 squared. So let's FOIL this out. First times first is x squared. So we have a, and then we have x squared. Outer and outer, -9x. Inner and inner, -9x again. And last times last is +81. Now we can combine like terms. And we can now distribute the a into everything here. Ax squared minus 18ax plus 81a minus 14. And now we have a parabola in the ABC format, because a parabola can be in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c. And for us, the a is this letter a in front of x squared. The b is the -18a in front of x. And the c is everything that doesn't have an x, 81a minus 14. And so the question is asking us for the value of a plus b plus c, which right now would be a in pink minus 18a in purple plus 81a minus 14 in blue. Let's simplify that a little bit. And we'll get, for the a's, 81 minus 18 plus 1a, that's 64a minus 14. Now from here, the question had been telling us that this parabola intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So let's just visualize that a little. You have an xy axis, you have a vertex at 9, -14. So it's below the y-axis. And if the vertex hits the x-axis at 2 points, then it hits it right here and right here. And the point of this is to say that this parabola opens upward. And for a parabola that opens upward, that means that in the ax squared plus bx plus c of the parabola, that means that the a in the front must be a positive number. So the right answer here is the one that's going to tell us that this a, which is the same a that we're talking about, this one here, that has to end up positive. And the question is asking us, which of these things can a plus b plus c, which is what we have right here, which of these answer choices can that be equal to? Can it be equal to -23, -19, -14, and negative 12. And let's just do the math on a couple of those to find out. So if we did answer choice A, we'd have 64A minus 14 equals negative 23. Let's make that a little neater. We can go ahead and add 14 to both sides. Then we can divide by 64 and we'll have negative 9 over 64. And that's a negative number, so that one's not going to work. Now let's try B. If B were the answer, we'd have 64A minus 14 equal to negative 19. Add 14 to both sides. 64A is negative 5, and divide by 64, and we have that as our answer for A. And we want A to be positive because it opens up, like we said. So this one also doesn't work. Going to answer choice C now, we would have the 64A minus 14 equals to negative 14. We can add 14 to both sides. 64A equals 0, and A would equal 0 as well. So close to being positive, but it's not positive, it's 0. So we kind of already know D is going to be the answer, but let's go ahead and play it out. If D is the answer, we'll have 64A minus 14 equals negative 12. Add 14 to both sides. 64A equals 2. Divide by 64. A equals 1 over 32, which is a positive number. And so the answer here is